We need to renew our vows immediately as soon as we're done.
Please welcome back to our show, JVN! Woo! Jonathan Van Ness. How are you, my love, my darling?
I'm so happy to see you. I can't wait to see you IRL next time. But I'm so happy to be here, and I miss you, and I'm just so grateful to be back.
Was your wedding everything you thought it would be, or was it a challenge?
Well, I mean, I think, life is so much about kind of acceptance and making
Yes.
it work with what you have. And so we definitely got married in our backyard in a rental Airbnb with like a judge. And our parents were like on Zoom, and then the Zoom cut off like in the third second. And we didn't realize
God.
it. So
Oh,
when we
God.
got married, we
Oh,
were
my
all
God.
like, so then we had to I was like, we need to renew our vows immediately as soon as we're done so that we can take a video of it to send to my mom. Because when I looked at the phone and realized that the Zoom had cut off, I felt so bad for my mom. She's probably sobbing in the family room.
Of
And
course,
she was.
she's hysterical.
So I was just like, oh God. So that, you just got to roll with it. But I'm so happy. And we had a lot of time to kind of settle in. And I actually adopted a dog as well on season 6 of Queer Eye from Jamie from Safe in Austin. His name is Elton. He's so cute. And I also just got to say, this season of Queer Eye, our heroes are so incredible. If you haven't seen it yet, they're just amazing. Jerica Thomas Hockaday, her story is so incredible. And there's some really incredible stories on Queer Eye this season. So I hope everyone gets to see it. They're really amazing.
So let's also talk about how amazing your podcast is. My favorite book when I was a little girl was The Casual Observer. And it was just about a curious girl. And my husband and a friend of mine, John Hall, my husband gave me one for here, and my friend John Hall gave me one for Italy, replaced the books after my book burned. And it's very hard to find. It's been out of print forever. But it was just about being curious. And that has always been my driving force in life. So you got to pump this up. Getting curious with you. What is that like?
It's so exciting. I mean, Getting Curious started as a podcast 6 years ago, and it started as this idea that I wanted to learn and ask questions, and I didn't want to have to ask anyone permission if I could do that interview or not. My first episode of the podcast was, what's the difference between Sunni and Shiite Muslims, and why don't they love each other? And I don't think you can necessarily get to do that podcast on a lot of places. I just was like, I want to learn about what I want to learn about. And now 250 episodes later, we're debuting my show, which is of the same name. So Getting Curious is going to be on Netflix, and I just can't believe it. It's really it has the same name and it has the same premise. So it's Getting Curious, and it's me interviewing people about things that I'm curious about. I get to interview tons of experts per episode. So it's a lot more dynamic. It's also really funny. And I have a lot of just daydreams that I call them intrusive thought fever dreams but they're hilarious, and I got to bring those to life throughout the series. So there's real conversation, but there's also a lot of comedy and so much joy. It's good for the whole family. It really is just so much fun. So I can't wait for people to see it.
It's joy in comedy. It's joy in comedy for everybody. And that was my jumping off point with Queer Eye decades ago, and that's why we remain with it today. You are a very joyous human being. And that's what I've always loved about Queer Eye, the OG and the present. I love your show. I love you, and I love the spirit. Seriously. I mean that as a very sincere compliment.
Thank you so much for saying that. It means so much to us. And I think we've always loved what we get to do. We all get to do what we love. Plus, we get to help people. Plus, we love each other. But I do think that this most recent season was just so special because I think we all realized in the last few years how just being together.
How precious life is
Exactly.
on every level.